Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Whatever You Need. Today we're going to talk about Cemre and Gökberk. Before you start watching this video, I'd like to remind you that I'd be very happy if you subscribed to my channel and liked my videos. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, and now let's get into my video. This past week, the Turkish entertainment industry was rocked by a scandal that no one saw coming. Cemre Arda, beloved by fans for her raw talent and magnetic screen presence, stood before a courtroom and shattered the swirling rumors that have haunted her name for months. What she said wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't crafted to win sympathy. It was simply real. And that's what made it hit so hard. The beginning of the firestorm. The controversy ignited when several tabloids claimed that Cemre had been secretly living under the same roof with someone, sparking rampant speculation about secret romances, toxic dynamics, and possible betrayals. Whispers of hidden lovers and emotional breakdowns took over the headlines. But instead of hiding behind PR statements, Cemre walked into court and spoke her truth directly, confidently, and with heartbreaking honesty. Inside the testimony that shook the industry. Standing before the judge, Cemre began with a calm but steady voice. Yes, we lived together. But not as lovers. Not in chaos. And definitely not in the way the media has twisted it. She then painted a picture far more complex than the press had dared imagine. After a deeply personal and professional low point, one shaped by industry pressures and emotional burnout, Cemre made the decision to return to her family home. There, she explained, she found herself sharing the space with someone from her past. A person with whom she shared a complicated history, one that included love, disappointment, and unspoken pain. We were two people trying to rebuild our lives. It was tense at times. But it was never war. It was never scandal. It was survival. Learning to coexist. Cemre emphasized that the months spent in that house were defined not by conflict, but by boundaries, mutual respect, and quiet healing. We weren't together. We weren't enemies. We were just coexisting, learning how to be around each other without reopening old wounds. She spoke of separate routines, independent lives, and a fragile but sincere peace that emerged over time. The relationship, she said, was no longer romantic. It was something different, something built on maturity, not passion. There was no fighting, no screaming, no betrayal. Just two people trying not to break each other while putting themselves back together. Confronting the lies. Cemre also took the opportunity to call out what she labeled as a coordinated smear campaign. She presented screenshots, texts, and other documentation proving the peaceful nature of the cohabitation, directly contradicting media reports that accused her of hiding scandal behind closed doors. They wrote lies. They made me into a character in their drama. But I'm not a script. I'm a human being. And I'm here to take back my story. The judge, the courtroom, and her supporters listened in stunned silence, because this wasn't just a defense. It was a declaration of personal agency. More than a scandal. Cemre's testimony wasn't about image repair. It was about reclaiming the narrative. It was about facing down a media storm and saying, "You don't get to define me." She closed her statement with these unforgettable words. "I learned that the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's not glamorous, is always better than silence. I won't hide. I'm moving forward." So, where does this leave everything? The court proceedings are still ongoing. But for Cemre Arda, something larger has already happened. She has regained her voice in an industry that tried to drown her out. According to those close to her, the other individual involved in the cohabitation was taken aback by how deeply Cemre spoke from the heart and may now face legal scrutiny of their own for their role in the public misrepresentation. Meanwhile, fans have responded with overwhelming support, praising Cemre for her vulnerability, resilience, and grace. Thank you for listening to what I had to say. I can't wait to see you in my next video. See you there.